Hey, I'm Josh from UsedSurf. This is Maurice, and welcome to Fin Spex. We're going over the Timmy Patterson and the Pyzel fins, both in the pivot category of fins, not quite as upright as the fins we rode last week, the pivots and the Haydens. I rode a Channel Islands OG Flyer. It's kind of the board I'll ride on kind of like an average day, like chest high. I normally ride the Channel Islands Almeric fin in Tech Flex in that board, and I've been messing around a little bit with the Wade Goodall fin from Captain Fin in that board as well. But both kind of raked templates, drawn out turns, pretty stiff, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this is the Timmy Patterson fin. It's got a base of 4.52 inches, a height of 4.62 inches, and a surface area of 15.27 inches. And this is the Pyzel. It's got a base of 4.65 inches, so a little bit more than the Timmy.
Yep.
It's got a height of 4.64 inches, so a little bit taller than the Timmy Patterson.
Just a hair.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. And then a surface area of 16 inches even, so actually a decent amount more surface area. I didn't realize it was actually that much.
Yeah. So these are definitely more upright compared to what you're normally riding.
For sure.
So it'll be interesting to see
how
different
they feel
it is.
differently. They definitely felt different than the5Fins I normally ride. You know, a little more in the pocket, kind of straight up in the lip than my normal Channel Islands Tech Flex.
Both of those have more rake.
Yeah, these are both like pretty raked out templates.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go over first the Pyzel footage. Okay, so this was the first wave I got on the Pyzels, and right away they felt so good, like wrapping a long arcing turn into the pocket.
Yeah, it looks like it's like nice round arcs.
Yeah, and even there too, they went pretty upright.
Yeah, I think, let's look at this wave here real quick. Backside looks so whippy off the top.
They felt super whippy, I think because they're so upright.
Right.
They could just jam it pretty hard.
Yeah, the Pyzel's always been a favorite fin of mine as well because it has that long base.
Yeah.
And then, they're going fast too.
Yeah, they had tons of drive down the line.
Nice.
Released out of the lip decently well.
Yeah. But yeah, they have that long base, but they're upright, so you almost get the best of both worlds. You get drive from the base, and then because it's upright, you get like those tight radius turns.
Yeah, it's a really, really good fin. I had ridden them years and years ago in FCS.
That was
the same. Thanks. Yeah, the same template, but I hadn't ridden these in futures before.
Yeah, you know what's weird is I just looked at the FCS fin data page, and it looks like the Pyzels there are actually a little different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to look at it after
We'll
we do this, check it out.
For sure. Yeah, these fins felt super good. I was really stoked on them. I felt like I could push on them super hard. I felt like it let me do the kind of surfing I like to do, which is like drawn out turns, but then at the same time on my backhand, they really let me go kind of up in the pocket.
Yeah,
nice
you get good projection on the bottom turn, and then at the top, they rotate over the other rail really quick.
Yeah.
Which I think, like, the Pyzels kind of have a thin, narrow tip. They kind of have the narrow tip, and I think whenever you have that narrow tip, it's just kind of like less surface area holding that line, so you kind of can switch over quicker. Yeah, that was a sick turn.
That turn felt really good.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was just like, they had tons of hold. I just leaned super hard on that rail the whole time.
Yeah.
But that was like that wasn't like a super drawn out turn, but.
No, it was kind of a tight pocket arc.
Yeah.
But you didn't do the closer air.
No, couldn't get the air reverse done. That's not my usual MO anyway. Yeah. But it lowers, you get those sections on the end.
And so that board looked like it was buckled, huh? Previously?
Yeah. So Dan Gudauskas brought that board in here, and
really?
It was buckled when he brought it in. He took it to Rico, shout out SC Dings, and got it fixed. And
it's like your money board.
Yeah, I've had it since March. It's almost hasn't left my car.
Okay, so now we're gonna watch the
Timmys.
The Timmys.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, these definitely felt a little different. Still good speed, but definitely a different kind of surfing.
Yeah.
It felt like a little more like kind of hitting the lip, like more snap rather than
like
kind of drawn out carve.
Yeah.
And definitely less, I felt like for me at least they had less drive.
Yeah.
For someone my size. But then, yeah, this wave, I mean, they were flying on this
Yeah,
wave.
like down the line, you have a lot of good speed and projection for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there's definitely a surface area difference between the two. I think the Pyzel is like 16.0, and then these are like what, 15.2, 15.3. Yeah. So maybe that had something to do with that.
That's the big difference. I felt like they felt like smaller fins.
Yeah.
Which.
And you weigh how much?
I'm like 165, 170.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of right on the cusp of.
But down the line, the thing's getting good speed, man.
Yeah, I blew this air section
sure.
so bad.
Yeah, that
I
was a good
so
one.
bummed.
You
can see me slap my tail pad right here. I was like,
damn it.
I wanted that one. But
It's backside.
I think backside, I think
speed's good.
that was okay.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, not as like whippy.
Yeah. Which is a trip.
Yeah. Again, I mean, maybe it just wasn't enough surface area for your weight.
I feel like it might be too because there's less surface area on the leading edge.
Right.
Like it's more kind of, you know, they're still both really upright in the back, but the Timmy is more kind of swept back in the front.
Yeah.
Whereas the Pyzel has
all
more,
the extra surface area is almost in the front of the Pyzel compared to the Timmy.
So I feel like that's why they kind of felt like
so small.
Yeah, I think that is why it felt small.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer in the sense of like that wasn't totally apples to apples, which, you know, was kind of the intention. You know, like these are so similar in rake and height.
Yeah.
But not in
surface area.
But not in surface area, and the bases are different as well.
Yeah.
It's
all
also,
that surface area
right?
there?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
That's all like drive, I think, from or projection. You know,
100%.
from the water pushing back against you.
But it's that leading edge.
Yeah.
That was the difference. For
yeah,
sure.
That makes sense. Where based on your weight, that thing was giving a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't sliding out for you, just weren't getting the projection from the surface area.
Like that's wild that those are both larges.
Yeah, yeah. I believe Future categorizes the pivots as the Timmy, the pivot, and the Hayden. And so Pyzel's technically, according to them, not included in that. But I've always found it to be, I think that it's in the neutral or whatever, but I've always found it to be a very pivoty fin because it is more upright than the Mayhem or the John, but it does have a fair amount of surface area and it has a long base. So it's kind of deceiving because even though they say large, there's different surface areas to the templates.
That's
and so
gotta look at the fin specs.
Fin specs. So it's not an exact thing.
Definitely not.
And you kind of got to figure this stuff out, which is what we're trying to do basically for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, the Pyzel was kind of rad because it was that fin that gave you drive from the long base, but then you could do the tighter turns.
Still, nice and tight. It was interesting the difference between the two with the Pyzels having that carbon on the base, and also the stiffness is what kind of played into feeling better.
So with the carbon, it was kind of just at the bottom, so you're getting most of the flex from like the top part.
Felt real solid, especially I could draw out arcing turns, real connected to the board.
Yeah.
I think that the carbon has something to do with that. Versus the Timmy's being all honeycomb.
You know, it's equal all throughout, so it kind of just flexes all over the place, I guess, right?
It felt a little more like the Haydens and the P8s, where it wanted to do like upright snaps in the pocket.
Right. So when do you think you would use those fins?
The Pyzels, I would probably take out to lowers or a kind of more like open face kind of carve.
Yeah.
type wave, and then kind of a board like the Flyer. It's not super low rocker, but it's not super high either. It's kind of medium.
Yeah.
But even the Timmys, I would put, if I was gonna go surf,
Like,
one
like
of the
a beach break, like tighter turn spot.
Like if I was surfing a beach break, I would take the Timmys out, because those breaks are more like you're kind of surfing high and tight in the pocket, whereas it's not like lowers that has a nice long wall you can carve on. A little smaller rider, or like a different board, or a different day.
In the offering of what Future has available to everybody. The Haydens were the loosest, and then the pivots were next, and then it would be the Timmys probably.
The Timmys, and then the Pyzels
and then the Pyzels.
Stiffer, so
And so then we're kind of creeping a little bit towards finding the stiffer, like still loose, but going stiffer from there. So then the next thing we'll do is Mayhems and the John Johns.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way we're kind of keep going in the direction of stiffer, kind of templates.
All right, thanks for tuning into another episode of Fin Specs. Tune in for next time, and if you want to come down and make your own opinion about these fins, you can try them in our $5 fin demo. It's only $5 and you can try 5 different sets of fins over 5 weeks. And if you don't live locally and you can't come into the shop, try our 30-day buy, try, and decide program on our website. You can buy a set of fins, try them. If you don't like them, you can send them back, get a refund, or just keep them if you like them. If you do live locally, come on down to the shop, check out all the boards we have, all the fins we have. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Mo.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're tied to a point and it's time to go. No reason to take it slow. Gotta get up, hit the road, and say what's up to Pop Show. Go to the store while my work is ripped away.